In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the WWE Ultimate Edition Series 31 John Cena. I think this figure honestly looks really good. I really do like the torso. I think it captures John Cena's physique really well. A lot of people are saying it's too big. You know, the hat doesn't really fit any of the head sculpts. The towel isn't accurate. The watch isn't painted on that interchangeable hand. And the socks are the wrong color. So a lot of people are hating on this figure. But I think that collectors are being way too harsh. I think this is a really good looking John Cena. And I just think some people are over exaggerating. So I think we should crack this figure out of his packaging, take a look at it, and really decide, is it that bad? Because some people are really calling this John Cena's worst figure, and I completely disagree with that. But let's take a look at the packaging. You'll see the figure, his accessories to the side. It says John Cena up top, Ultimate Edition logo on the bottom. On the side, you see an image of John Cena from Elimination Chamber. On the back of the packaging, you'll see a prototype of the figure. You'll see John Cena making his entrance, a description. You can pause if you need to read. His height, where he's from, his finisher, and his career highlights. And on the side, it does say John Cena. So without further ado, let's crack this figure out of its packaging and find out if it really is that bad. Here are all of John Cena's accessories out of the packaging. We'll start off with the 3 interchangeable head sculpts, and I believe all 3 of these are new. Now, we did get that top Pix Elite in the wave with Seth Rollins. I'm not sure if that figure came out before this, but we did see one of those head sculpts on that figure. So here are the 3 head sculpts. First, we get the smiling one, which is, right before he turned heel and he dabbed up Cody. I think it's a little goofy, but definitely has a resemblance to John Cena. These 2, though, are absolutely money. I love these 2 head sculpts. They are extremely realistic, look just like John Cena when he turned heel. These are amazing. I love those head sculpts. The only problem is the hat doesn't fit any of the head sculpts, and it's because of the hair, which definitely sucks. It does look really goofy. So I really don't know how I'm going to display this guy, but it cannot be with the hat on because all 3 head sculpts look terrible with the hat on, but the hat is a little bit misprinted, unfortunately. And the hat does fit good on other John Cena head sculpts. It's just the hair on those are too bulky. Now, one thing that a lot of people were complaining about with this figure is that the watch wasn't painted. Look at this, dude. The watch is painted. That is amazing. That just made me 10 times more happy to see that the watch is painted. Is beautiful. It actually makes this accessory, mean something. Because if this watch wasn't painted, I probably would have just thrown this hand out. Like, genuinely, there's no point of having it if the watch wasn't painted. So to see that the watch is painted here is absolutely beautiful. Love that. Another thing people were complaining about is that the towel was inaccurate. Now, I'm sure Mattel got, the design for Cena's attire maybe, before it was finalized. And things switched up. Like we saw in his last match, his armbands weren't what they were promoted to be. So we're getting a similar situation here with this towel. So it's not the official towel that he ended up coming out with. But, like, genuinely, who cares? Like, who's really... I don't think anybody would have remembered the design of John Cena's towel, honestly. So I don't really think that's a big deal at all, in my opinion. Moving things over to the next accessory, though, the shirt is really nice, stretchy material. You get all the designs on here. I don't think any of these are inaccurate, so that's really nice to see. Really nice material. I love those non-Velcro shirts. But then for interchangeable hands, you're getting, the microphone or accessory holding hands. You're getting some fisted hands. And then the you can't see me / the saluting hand. So all of John Cena's accessories are amazing except for the hat. Starting off with the head sculpt, we did already take a look at this one. I absolutely love it. Think it looks just like John Cena. Perfect head sculpt. Moving things over to the torso, though, this is what a lot of people were hating on. They were saying it's too big. I don't think so, man. I feel like, if anything, Mattel usually makes their guys way too small. So I really do like this torso for Cena. It really captures his physique. And honestly, it looks perfect in my opinion. I really don't understand why people are hating on it. But he does have a really nice arm mold. Standard for John Cena, the one they always go with. You can see all his armbands on there. It says the last time is now right there. Never give up. And then you can't see me on this armband. Back of the figure also looks really good. You can see when you get into the jorts, you got the red, white, and blue belt there, which is really nice. I actually do like the short color. It is a little bit inaccurate for sure. It was a little bit more blue. But I think the gray works with the attire. And I've seen people try to make some fix-ups, with some other elites. And I feel like, Mattel usually makes their jorts too bright. And it wouldn't have worked this attire. So I prefer the gray over the navy blue that they usually go with. But if they found, like, a good balance with, like, a nice denim wash, I think that would have been good. But I guess the gray is better than the navy blue. Getting into the socks, the blue color is accurate. But this, kind of baby bluish color is inaccurate. It was definitely all white, and the shoes were also all white. But I think this figure is really good and is definitely overhated. But yeah, man, this is just a really nice looking John Cena figure in my opinion. I mean, just look at this guy. You're telling me this isn't a perfect looking John Cena figure? The head sculpt, the torso. This is a really nice looking John Cena figure and definitely looks a lot better than his past Ultimate. So I don't understand the hate with this torso, but it isn't always about just how the figure looks. So let's see how it poses. His head can rotate all the way around and it just popped off. But he can't really look up or down very much. His arm can go about that much all the way around. You get the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hand can rotate and hinge here. Of course, you also get the butterfly joints. Upper part of the torso can rotate all the way around. So can the lower half. Mine's a little stuck here, but the lower half can also. Ab crunch is pretty much non-existent. He can go back a pretty decent, amount, but he can't really go forward at all. His leg can kick about that much. He can do the splits. You do get the drop down hips, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf can rotate here, and you do also get the new ankle articulation and toe pivot, which is really nice. So not only does Cena look really good, but he poses really nice as well. Apart from the, ab crunch, he is a really nice posing figure. For some John Cena figure comparisons, here he is up next to his last time as now Walmart exclusive Elite. And then here he is up next to his Fan Takeover Ultimate that I did do a fix-up with one of his top picks figures. For our next bit of comparisons, here he is up next to the Elite 120 Collector's Edition Cena and the Elite 119 Collector's Edition Cena. For our next round of comparisons, we have the Street Fighter John Cena as Guile and the Greatest Hits Clear John Cena. For some more comparisons, we have some suited Codys. So we have the Unmatched Series 4 Cody Rhodes of the AEW line. And then we have the Elite Series 120 Chase Cody Rhodes. For the final round of comparisons, we have the Final Boss. So we have The Rock's Elite Series 115 figure. And then we have his Ultimate Edition Series 25 figure. Do it for this video on the Ultimate Edition Series 31 John Cena figure. Overall thoughts on this guy, I think it is awesome. I honestly think it is one of John Cena's better figures and one of his best Ultimates, if not his best. Now, I know a lot of people do like the SDCC, and, I believe it was his first Ultimate in the black and orange and even the black and white one. And I don't fault you for that, but I just really prefer this torso over the overly jacked Triple H style torso. So I think this one is definitely up there. I don't care what people say on this guy, honestly. I think it is really, really good, and it's honestly very overhated. My only problem is going to be that the hat doesn't fit and the logo was misprinted. I know it's probably just mine that the logo was misprinted, but the hat doesn't fit universally. So that's my only problem with this guy. But besides that, from head to toe, it is a really good John Cena figure, and I don't know why people hate it so much. Now, I do understand, people complaining about the towel, but honestly, generally, who was really, paying that much attention to detail on the towel? I don't think anybody would have noticed that the towel was inaccurate if nothing was said on that. And then I know a lot of people also don't like the goofy, smiling John Cena head sculpt. But you're going to tell me that in that moment, that wasn't one of the goofiest smiles you've ever seen. That was definitely a very goofy smile. And Mattel did a really good job of capturing his likeness amongst all three head sculpts. So overall, I would recommend this John Cena figure to your collection, and it is definitely a really good one in my opinion. But those are just my thoughts on the John Cena figure. Let me know yours in the comments below if you're going to pick this guy up or not. I will put a link in the description. I get mine from Ringside Collectibles. I believe it was only 40 bucks, so I would definitely get on this figure if you don't have it already. But that's going to do it for me. My goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, so I would really appreciate it if you guys did like and subscribe. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.
On bliss, highly favored. On bliss, highly favored.